Thank you for subscribing to the channel, and for those who haven't subscribed yet, it would be much appreciated. It'll only take you a second. Thank you. Share the videos, like the videos, whatever you can to help me get this channel out there. Now, what I want to talk to you about today is I've already provided a video on how to create your first ads with Amazon. And this video is going to look into the campaigns, the campaign settings, what to look for, your ACOS, all those kind of things, and how I set mine up. Right, okay, so on your Amazon page, go to marketing. Now, I'll pick the UK market because that's my biggest market, and I'll go to Ads Console. Now, I'll put a link up here because I've created a video for you on ads. So you can have a little look at that and maybe have a dabble. From there, you'll end up in here. Yeah, okay, so it's not quite lunchtime, but it is pretty poor. I do most of my sales and most of my stuff comes in later in the day and through the evening into the night. Now, the spend is $1.89. The sale is for one book, which is $11.99. I only make £2 on this book. So I'll only make 11 pence on this book. But that's not including the VAT and Amazon's cut. So I'll make nothing on this book, which is not good, but that's not always the way it is. So if we have a little look down here, we've got ACOS, which is 1576, and impressions. So that what that means is how many times the advertisement has been shown to other people. These here with the blue ticks are the ones that are live. These with the grey tick are paused or archived. Now what that means is you can do that at any time. You can just switch one off. If you don't like what it's doing, or it's not doing anything at all, just turn it off or archive it or whatever you want to do with it. If it goes into archives, that's the end of it really. If you just switch it off, you can restart it again. So if you just pause like this, you can start again anytime you want. If you archive it, that's the end of it. This is where the books are. The book titles. So I've just closed that over for a bit of privacy. And you can expand that out to show your whole book. I've just closed that there. This is my daily budget, but it's quite common. I only sort of go over that if it looks like it's really doing well. And I might use up my budget as explained in that video, which you can go to. CPC, cost per click. This is the average amount you paid for each click on an ad. That's 19 pence that cost me. If I scroll all the way down, it will give me the totals here of everything that gets sold, or the advertising costs, the ACOS, cost per click, and so on. And they'll be right at the bottom here. So I don't always need all them right at the top of there. So for instance, if I wanted to get rid of this one, I could click on that and pick something else. I could put the CTR there, click-through rate. The ratio of how often shoppers click on your ad when displayed. This is calculated as clicks divided by impressions. But I'm not bothered about that. I like the other one. We'll go with impressions on that. I can change how the columns read. So I've got sales, ACOS, CPC, spend, budget, and so on. I can click on that, click on customize, and I can pick start date, end date, campaign bidding, impressions, top of search, all kinds of things, click-through rates. Right, okay, so this is just today, and this is just starting out. Here you have date range, 29th of May. Now I can change that to, say, yesterday. Now yesterday was £4.18 spent, which is not great. Sales, 0. That's not good. Impressions, 7,321. That's okay. If we go to the last 7 days, spend 36, sales £547. Again, it's more like $700 if you like on that. ACOS 6.58. That's fantastic for me. Impressions 41,000. So let's go again. Click on that. What about this month? Okay, spend 133, That's the most I've ever spent in a month. And sales, £2,130, about $2,800 or $2,600. ACOS, 6.72, fantastic. Impressions, 163,000, that's cool. Like to see 1 million there one day, and results with it. My best one out of this one was, now this covers all my books. This isn't in the UK market. This isn't just one or two particular books. I can look at them individually if I want, just by clicking on them. But I want to see all of them. So £899.25 on one book in the last month at an ACOS of 7.52. Now that might mean nothing right now to you, but I'm going to leave a link here. So, and there's links for the ACOS in the description. Now with that, without that, you can there's little calculators there that I've created. You can check them out, and I'm going to show you how to use that with this now. 752 is fine. I'm happy with that. 13 is fine. 24, I'm not so fine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at that and we're going to go, okay, so what's that? That's 2 sales at $11.99 each. So let's just break that down. Let's go to the calculator. So I'm just going to call this book A, or book 1, doesn't really matter, don't even have to enter that. Retail price, $11.99 times 2 I'll put on that, so it's $23.98. The royalties, I know that it's £2 a book on that, so I'll put 4. Now the ACOS on this is the break-even ACOS is $14.68. Now, if you look at the formula on that, I've got -2. So I've allowed for 2% for some other little fees that Amazon will want to take from it. And that's how I calculate that. So that comes out of that. So my break-even ACOS, I can't go below, is $14.68. So if it went to 15, I'm losing. As it stands, if my ACOS was 14, now we've just looked at one there, which was $24.65. So I'm on a big loser on that one. I say a big loser, you know, I've spent $5.91 and I've made £4 pretty much. If we go back to the calculator, and there's the retail price there carried over from there. Ad spend $5.91. The ACOS is $24.65. So let's just have a look back at this. $24.65, as you can see there. So everything tallies fine. Now then, what about the VAT? Well, it's 20% goes on top. So I put 20 in there. And that takes my ad spend to £7.09. Now, bearing in mind, I only made £4 on those 2 books. So I'm £3 out of pocket. Now, if I close that down again, so we look at this now, and we've got 551 at $6.92. Brilliant. Spend 133, sales 2,130. ACOS overall average is 627, which is brilliant. And that's where I like to keep my ACOS. I like to keep them all below 10% if I can. Below 15% is still okay. And below, say, 18%. And then I'm sort of looking at 20% for breaking even. And it's, it gets a little bit tricky from there because there's a fine balance, because I don't want to lose anything. I really want to make something. And if it looks like I've got any one of these that are not making it regular, I will remove them. And there's some of these, like this one, and a couple of these, where I'm not actually making anything. £2 on that, 1 sale, I've made nothing. But that's okay, I'm not going to get rid of that, because if we count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I go to the monthly one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I did 7.52% ACOS at £899 in sales. Now I'm fine with that. Right, that's it.